With the echoes of Cannon Blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From way up at the 23, and they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
45, Mike, 45.
On play action, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Brady out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now a play fake. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together. And we're capable of doing so.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Herbert. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken just shy of the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And you think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the left side. Herbert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun now for Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he lost the football, and this is picked up by the Bears. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
It just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get.
And now the rookie's free. He's at the 40. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, 78 yards. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Khalil Mack. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. Got some room at the 30, and that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Nice play there by Shaq Barrett, and he was always going to be hard-pressed to match his 2019 output, where his 19.5 sacks led the NFL. But still in 2020, he put 8 on the board and remains a key cog in the Buccaneers defense.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Fields. He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Again, it's Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Brady. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now Brady again. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers would extend their lead here just before halftime. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there. And this remains a 7-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. A good game there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. To throw is Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying, all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play action. It's Fields. That's complete to Mooney. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Fields going to hold on to it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. 2nd and 10. A handoff to Fournette. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going deep this time for Miller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bears are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Fields on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Off play action, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. That's complete. Bernard. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And all the way down to the 37. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Brady to throw again. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Brady flush to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago. They'll try the left side. Herbert They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fields going to get this one out on the perimeter. Touchdown, Bears! Damiere Byrd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Highway Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Brady's throw on target to Godwin here.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Wide open. Gronkowski. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored one.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. He got 29 yards that time. They'll run on 1st down. Herbert. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get that complete to Khalil Herbert, and he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And that is no good. He pulled it just a bit, just a wee bit wide left. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40. Brady now to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Bernard. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a first down. They've had some success here in overtime of this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, Bernard. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. That throw by Brady incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Sukup's kick is good. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
One play action. Fields. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And oh my gracious. If he could have just clutched that and fallen to the ground, it's an overtime victory. But instead, we keep going. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap. Fields flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 4th down, Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?